Hello, everybody. This is Linda, and we are going to begin our webinar. I want to thank all of you for joining us. We're so excited about this webinar, and we're hoping that you're going to learn some valuable information that you can use and put into practice immediately. So we will have in this webinar 3 presenters today, and these presenters are contributors to the IES guide. Our first presenter will be Michael Kiefer. He's Associate Professor at New York University. And then we will have a presentation by Joan Morris. She's also a panel member in this IES guide. She's a teacher, specialist, and retired, and she also works with the Instructional Research Group. She will be presenting with Joseph Domino, Deputy Executive Director of the Instructional Research Group. This webinar is hosted by the English Learners Research Alliance. That is our newest alliance. We have 8 alliances in the REL Southwest, and this English Learners is our newest alliance. We just kicked it off this past month. The English Learners Research Alliance responds to one of the highest priority education policy needs across the nation. This particular alliance is focused on the needs in Texas, but we will be expanding to the surrounding states. It essentially offers a forum for educators, policymakers, and stakeholders in education to identify important issues related to English learners and address problems of practice. Our goal for today's event is to examine recent research and recommendations on effective practices for teaching English learners, academic content, and language and literacy skills. This is based on the new What Works Clearinghouse Practice Guide. I've provided the link, and you can also find the link in your email. The Teaching Academic Content and Literacy to English Learners in Elementary and middle school. So the focus will be elementary through middle school, although some of these practices can be extended up and down. Today we will have 3 presenters. Then we'll have, after our first presenter, Michael Kiefer, we will have a short question and answer session and discussion. You can place all of your questions in the pod, in the introduction pod, and we will be extracting some of those questions and asking Michael so that he can respond. Following that, we will have another presentation by Joan and Joe, and we will use the same format. So it's interactive. You can ask questions or make comments in that chat pod. We are reviewing it constantly, so it is interactive and ongoing. And then we will close up. But before we do, we will have a feedback survey that we want you to fill out to let us know how we're doing. So right now, we want to learn a little bit about you, where you're from, and what your role is. So if you could just fill out this pod very quickly, and we'll give you instant results shortly. Just take a minute to identify yourself on this pod. Okay, we're going to broadcast those results. Excellent. So I can see that there's a number of people from Texas. We have some from other areas. A couple of other states are represented, and I can tell from the chat pod that there were people from Venezuela, Chile, and Germany. Welcome, everybody. And then looking at your role in education, I can see that there are many of you at the school district level and research level. Excellent. Thank you. Now I would like to introduce our first presenter. Michael Kiefer was a panel member on this IES practice guide. He's an associate professor of literacy education at the Steinhardt School of Culture, Education, and Human Development at New York University. He studies the language and literacy development of students from linguistically diverse backgrounds. Michael's research has included longitudinal studies of the reading and language development of English learners, experimental and quasi-experimental evaluations of academic vocabulary instruction, and secondary analyses of large longitudinal data sets. So let's welcome Michael. And Michael, I'll pass it over to you.